Welcome everybody, Darren here from Leader, and today we're showcasing the UniFi G4 Doorbell. Now first of all, the UniFi G4 Doorbell is part of the UniFi Protect range, and for that reason it is a feature-rich security camera first that also connects to Wi-Fi. Now it does require a UniFi OS console to run the UniFi Protect application and to also set up and configure the G4 Doorbell for full functionality. And for something like this, we'd always recommend a UniFi Dream Machine Pro. Now, as we mentioned, this is a unboxing, so we will be going through the contents of the G4 Doorbell to give you a look of what's inside and to give you a bit of an overview of the G4 Doorbell itself. So, without further ado, let's get started. So inside the box itself, we obviously have the UniFi G4 Doorbell. Let's get this one out here. Now, as you can see, it is a nice looking doorbell. It is 130 grams and is made from a polycarbonate shell, which is quite nice, and we do have a waterproof rating of IPX4. So when you're mounting it outside, underneath and next to your front door, underneath the eaves or veranda, so if you have any weather that's coming in, from the side or from the top down, you've got that splash resistant rating right there, so you know that it's going to be protected and weather resistant for what's going on. So let's jump in through the features of the camera itself. On the front, we've got a high quality 5 megapixel sensor with a fixed focal length lens, which is quite nice. So you've got that high definition photos for anybody that's coming, approaching your door or, walking past the street. As we mentioned, it is a security camera first, so they want it to be fully rich and detailed sort of photos and video images that is coming through there. You've also got a horizontal field of view of 160 degrees. And then down here, if you get it in the right light, there we go. We do have a built-in PIR sensor, or a passive infrared sensor, with 2 LEDs, which illuminate for instant motion detection alert. So if anybody is coming through in the nighttime, then it can pick it up with those. We also have a microphone and a speaker on the front here for real-time two-way communications and conversations. So if you have a delivery person who's coming to your door, then you can just, if they ring the doorbell, then you'll get a notification through the UniFi Protect application, and then you can have a real two-way conversation right there, saying, just leave it at the door, thanks, I'll be there in a minute, something like that, which is quite nice. And you've also got a built-in display just down here. So you can also display a welcome message saying, leave package at the door or welcome, and you can get all different message access statuses and other system information when you're setting it up as well. Now we do have a light underneath here as well. Now this is an entrance light, so if you have someone who's coming past or if you need to find your keys to get in your door, then this will illuminate here as well, and it's actually quite bright. You can actually see it just here in action. Now the button itself, it's got the little the U button on the top here. It's actually got a nice feel to it, so you know that you're definitely pressing the doorbell. As soon as you press it and it's connected to the same Wi-Fi that your mobile phone is or your smartphone is, then you will get a notification on the UniFi Protect app that somebody has pressed the doorbell, and you can suss them out via the camera, and then you can also have a conversation with them through the camera that way. There is also a illuminated ring that goes around the button, and that gives people a notification whereabouts the doorbell button is, which is quite nice. Alrighty, so let's put this one down, and we're going to go through what else is in the box itself. So let's just deep dive a little bit further. We've got nice little instructions, get started just through here. Now in the box you also do have 2 different mounting options. We've got a flat wall mount here, which is made of aluminium alloy. So that one's quite nice if you're going to put it flush on the wall there. And then underneath here, we've also got some, the mounting screws, but we've also got a 20-degree angle here. Now this is made from a polycarbonate, so if you are putting the doorbell directly on here, as you can see here, it does have a 20-degree wedge. So instead of being flush on the wall, then it will have that angled there. So that makes it a little bit nicer, depending on, if you've got a pole right behind your doorbell where you're going to be mounting it, then you can actually get a different angle on that. So as you can see, you do get everything you need to mount and streamline the mounting process in the box with two different options. Alrighty, let's talk about the wiring options. Now, UniFi have actually included two different ones here, and I'm going to go through those separately. So I'm going to leave this one aside here, but inside you've got these two little connectors. So if you are putting in the UniFi G4 doorbell as a brand new doorbell, then you will need the UniFi G4 power supply, which I've got just here. And now these are sold separately and now available in the Leader dealer shop. Now what you do is you connect these two ends just here, if you can, that focuses. There we go, those two ends just here into these two ends here. We'll do one each. Now these are smart themselves, and when you connect them into the back of the G4 doorbell, like so, as you would tell, it will just connect up and power the G4 doorbell. Turn it on, and then you can connect it to Wi-Fi and then configure it as well. So we've got that one just here. Put those there. Now you will need a power point close by because there's only a 1.8 meter extension lead on this one here for the UniFi power supply.
When you're setting up the G4 doorbell with a power supply unit and you're not connecting it to a chime box, UniFi recommends setting it up as a standalone doorbell without a chime configuration. Now this is not set up as default, so will need to be adjusted. Let me show you how. Once you have adopted the G4 doorbell into UniFi Protect, click on the doorbell, go to Settings, then scroll down to Chime and select None from the drop-down box. We had done this previously to this video and we wanted to share with you how it's done and where to find it. With the G4 doorbell wired with the power supply unit and chime type set to None, will ensure the G4 doorbell is sending the power signals correctly.
Now the other way, if you are replacing your existing non-smart doorbell with the UniFi G4 doorbell and you want to hardwire the G4 doorbell into the 240 volt mains power, please be aware this will need to be installed by a qualified electrician. And for your convenience, in the box we do have the UniFi transformer just here for additional connector for making sure that everything works, and that's where this particular one here comes in. So if you jump onto the UniFi website, there is an installation guide for how to install the G4 doorbell with the transformer and how to connect everything up safely and securely. But as I mentioned, this is best done via a qualified electrician. So as you can see, UniFi have included everything you need in the box to streamline the mounting and wiring process. Now, UniFi G4 doorbell is available now in the Leader dealer shop, and there's plenty of stock. So jump on and have a look and order yours today. Thanks again for watching.